Guys, I'm very, very excited to bring on your next guest, coming to us all the way from the fine city of San Francisco.
Oh, no.
You might have seen him on the Late Late Show. Give it up huge for Baetz.
Hey. Hey, how are you guys? I'm from San Francisco. I'm just kidding, I don't talk like that. You guys are like, finally, this is some eye candy. This is great. No, this is great to be here. I am from the People's Republic of San Francisco. I just want to fucking apologize right off the top for, we're like just an angry, just noisy downstairs neighbor right now to you fine people. And I'm so sorry. I'm just so, not the Italian, but everybody else. Si, ciao, grazie, buongiorno. I once got in a chow off with an Italian. Has that ever happened to you? Where like you started saying ciao, and they're like ciao, and you're like ciao, 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 ciao. And it was like a staring contest, man. Nobody wanted to fucking blink, you know? Just a chow off, yeah. It is good to be here. Kind of. It's fucking cold out here. I don't know what kind of deal you guys lost with the devil that it gets this, like my beard was like breaking off of my face like a cartoon. I decided to walk here from the hotel Peel and St. Catharines and walked, I guess it was 20 minutes, and I was like, you dumb bastard, why did you do this right now? But I like it here. I'm not gonna placate, I'm not gonna kowtow, I'm not gonna kiss up to the Montreal crowd, I'm not gonna be like, you know guys, I would've worn my Nikki Suzuki jersey tonight, but I spilled poutine on it when I was getting rowdy listening to my Leonard Cohen album, so I'm not going to do that. All right? I didn't always want to be a comedian, you know. I went to school for broadcast journalism. I wanted to be a news anchor, and then my hair fell out and they wouldn't let me graduate. I did. Do we have other bald people in the crowd? Baldies, one there. Alfred, the Italian, yeah. Ciao. You, are you holding on? Getting there. Do you guys still have the dreams? I don't know if you guys with hair, like your beautiful hair here, although that's a sizable forehead. You're cruising back there. We got a couple drive-in movie theater style foreheads here. No, bald people, I don't know if you guys know it or not, but we, look at you. You have it all pulled back, the petite, messy bun. Brad Pitt. We have dreams. Not like goals in life. I mean, we're not doing anything with our lives. We have dreams at night when we're asleep, and we have hair. And we do some pretty cool shit in those dreams, man, you know? We like run on the beach, like Patrick Swayze, you know, like hair just tossing in the wind, come up out of the water, like Patrick Swayze, and toss our hair around like Patrick Swayze. I got a thing for, sorry. I'm from San Francisco, man. I'm not gay. I just run out of straight porn. Anybody else just, you've gone through all the straight porn and now you're just like, I can see him. I can appreciate the male form over there. Have they been talking this much the entire show, or is this just when I just got up here? I gotta tell you, there's nothing that helps a comedian's timing more than a table of folks who are just adding some natural background noise. You know what I mean? Like it's like a soundtrack to, God, now I shamed them. You guys get talk. Go ahead. What the fuck was I talking about? Hair? I went to school for journalism, yeah, and I'm glad I didn't get into it though. One reason is like the science in school that you do in college when you're gonna get into journalism is meteorology, and to think I would be fucking out on a night like this somewhere, you know those news reports when the people are doing the weather and they're like, it's fucking freezing, the hell back to you. I'm glad I don't do that. I think the news is really depressing these days, particularly in the States. We're just fucking shit up for the world. Again, I apologize. You guys seem like you're not really that pissed off at us, though. MAGA, are you all sitting on your MAGA hats right now? Or is that what's happening? You're like, we love him, man. He's great. We just love how he just makes fun of, he's racist, he's sexist, he fuck kids. Like, we love that guy. He's fantastic. Yeah, that's our president. But I just don't like the news. It's too much editorializing. There aren't enough facts. They dispute the facts. I'll give you an example. I was watching the other day, and this anchor said, Today, a local high school mourns the death of a popular student. And I was like, right there, you know, editorializing. Like, who says that kid was popular, right? And it makes it sound like when any unpopular kids die, nobody gives a shit, right? Like, what would that news report sound like? Today, a local high school didn't miss a beat, really. Despite the fact that some nerd choked to death on a 20-sided die. Let's grab a Jack Burton at the scene. Jack, what do you got for us? Not much, man. Nobody knew this fucking kid. I did talk to one guy who was wearing what appeared to be a cape. He said the deceased was a level 6 dungeon master. What the hell that is. And the band needs a new second chair tuba player. Back to you. I got the best heckle after that joke one night. This guy was like, "Dungeon masters don't have levels." So I introduced him to a vagina for the first time. One day, if you shut your fucking mouth, you might touch one of these. What do you think about that? I'm married. My wife is successful, and I do this. So I'm what is known as a trophy husband, which means that when I fly, like I flew up here the other day by myself, and I fly in steerage, back of the plane. I'm group 5 on Air Canada. You know those sorry sacks of shit just at the end of the group? You ever just feel like, God, thank God we're not group 5. 4 is gonna suck. I don't know if we're getting our bags on this flight, honey, but at least we're not one of these poor motherfuckers in group 5. Dear God, they're in trouble. But when I fly with her, it's group 1. It's group 1. Oh yeah, that is the right, yeah. She flies in pods. Do you know what a pod is? I didn't know what a pod existed until I started dating her. She's like, no, we're not making a, you know, you get on the plane and everybody goes right. She's one of the people that goes left. I was like, ooh. I'm like, what are we doing up here? And she gets into this thing where you can lie down and like sleep. Like a man my size can just like completely flat. I'm like, she's like, I fall asleep as soon as I get in there. I'm like, I'm not fucking falling asleep. There's too much to do. You're getting free drinks, there's free food, you can lay down. I was like getting shit out of my bag like Mary Poppins. I pulled out a plan and a fucking leave. I was like Mary Poppins, you know? I was like, oh my God, this is fucking amazing. I was gonna do a whole like series of Mary Poppins songs there, but you guys don't seem like you're into Disney, so I'm not gonna fucking do that right now. We don't have any kids. Does anybody here have kids? Anybody? Yeah. Oh, you guys sound like you have no energy whatsoever. How many do you have? 1.5. You cut a baby in half? Is this like the Bible story? You guys got the top or the bottom?
1 in the oven.
1 in the oven. Oh, and you're drinking. Congratulations. Awesome. That's just like my mom. Your kid's gonna be a comedian. Congratulations. My parents sent us to, we had these things in the States growing up where you learned about gateway drugs, you know, and they were called DARE classes. Yes, did you hear about that at all? So Nancy Reagan back in the 80s like instituted this plan to teach kids about drugs to keep us off drugs. And as you know, we all know the gateway drug is Catholicism, right? So we would go once a week, and this guy at the front of the room would be like, "Jesus Christ!" And I'd be like, "I know, man. I don't want to be here either. Let's fucking bounce." All right, we're religious. Anyway, but our gateway drugs weren't things like weed and acid or anything like that. Acid's a hell of a gateway drug. Your kid's gonna start with something. Do a little acid while you're pregnant, by the way. See what happens. He'll come out a kaleidoscope color. Our gateway drugs, my parents owned an office supply store, so our gateway drugs were things like glue and whiteout and sniffable magic markers, you know what I'm talking about? Sniffable, like Mr. Sketch, each marker is a different scent, like red was cherry and green was mint and black was Jägermeister. Just really, really good stuff. I have a couple minutes left, and since I'm just here tonight, I love the fact that I finally got to perform in Montreal. This is so cool. I'm not going to be here this weekend, but I just want to thank you guys first for letting me come up and do some time. It's also oddly my birthday. Cheap laughs. So I'm going to do, no, don't do that because I don't have time. We'll do it after. Thank you, though. That's so nice. I want to do some impressions first. Because I really think the best way to close this set out well is to just do some fucking impressions, and then we're all going to beat the shit out of Alfred and drive I'd like to do this first impression is of, this is a waiter who works at this Swedish chef's restaurant from the Muppets. He has the Swedish chef from the Muppets. So he's like, good evening, thank you so much for coming in tonight. We have some lovely specials I'd love to go over with you before you're ready to order. The chef has prepared a delicious Ferngerd, and that's $29.95. It comes with snow case. Thank you very much. That was, the second one is of, this is David Byrne from the Talking Heads. Right, that person's gonna get this. David Byrne getting dropped off at the wrong house by his Uber. Okay. This is not my beautiful house. How did I get here? Where does this highway lead to? Am I right? Am I wrong? My God, what have I done? Thank you guys so much. I'm Matt Baetz. Good to see you. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you, Montreal.
Time for my bald brother, Matt Baetz. Oh, he's beautiful. We're both beautiful. We have one more act before your headline. Are we ready? Yeah. Nice. This died pretty quick, but it's going to come back right back up, baby. He's been on Just for